This is Jordan Norris, and I'm doing my third and final speech, the persuasive one, about texting and driving. I'm going to show you my audience. Josh, Paul, Carly, Drew, and Mike. Alright, to start off my speech, instead of just some random attention getter, I'm going to show a really informative and good video about what AT&T is doing to combat texting and driving, because they're one of the leading, cell phone companies in the entire world. So the fact that they're putting out videos like this and actually doing things to prevent texting and driving shows a real caring and thought about the world. So here's the video.
We have an AT&T Teen Council, and these teens are terrific. They are volunteers. They are children of AT&T employees. My mom, April, works for AT&T. She's a project manager in Springfield, Illinois.
My mom, Patricia Flores, actually works in network operations.
They wanted to get engaged because they understand the tragedy that can result from texting while driving. And so they're coming together and they're doing things like they're building school kits to be able to offer to schools a kit to help them launch a no texting while driving campaign.
In Springfield, the books are driver ed books, and the classes teach you a lot about drinking and driving. And the goal of the council this year is to create an online kit, and the kit will contain posters, printable poster boards, and different things that schools can download to help get them started with their own campaigns.
Norris has been working with AT&T over the past year to address teens and texting while driving. And since then, we've been able to work with AT&T on the It Can Wait campaign with a wonderful video that was produced. We were able to write a toolkit that the schools are using to employ that video into the schools.
Something that's not too complicated so that people could actually learn about it instead of look at the screen and say, oh, it's just another boring thing over here. It's simple, it's short, it's concise, but it's also powerful, so that when they read it, it gets them and they think, wow, this is dangerous, so they want to learn more about it.
We actually had a tragedy in Springfield last year where we had two teens from high school die, and one survived the accident due to texting and driving, so we created the movement.
I mean, what I want to do is I want to help people. I want to make this community a better place. I want to save lives. I want to change people's lives for the better.
Alright, like I said before, I think that video really illustrates what I'm trying to get across here, and that people really need to take notice about texting and driving and how big of a problem it really is in America today. Last year, one stat says that there were 1 trillion texts sent in the world. And the sub part of it tells how 5 to 10% of those texts were sent from a car. Now, if you're, any kind of a math person, that's like 5 to 10 billion texts were sent from cars. Now, how many of those were sent by people that were actually driving? I don't know, but it's a very high number. It's like staggeringly high. And that leads right into my next stat, and that 1 out of every 23 crashes is caused by texting. And how many of those could have been prevented by just not sending, hey, what's up, or what are you doing, before you, get out of the car 5 minutes later. Just do it then. It just doesn't really make any sense, even though everyone does it. I do it too. I have two quick stories, and one is about a kid that lives in a county right around here, and he just graduated from high school. And he was just driving through a 4-way intersection, looked down, text on his phone, and he looks up, and the next thing he knows, he plowed right into a car with a newlywed couple, and they died. And now he is in the hospital still, and when he comes out, he'll be charged with like manslaughter and vehicular manslaughter, and he'll go to jail. and he didn't do it. He didn't mean to do it, but he did it because he was texting. He wasn't looking. The next story is about me, who I went right through a four-way intersection today when I was texting, and I didn't kill anyone. But the split second of like how much different it can change from this to that is just like that. And like I could have very easily done the same thing he did, and but I'll never give it another thought, and that's gonna change his life forever. He'll never be the same. And I just wanted to really bring that to everyone's attention because it really impacted me when I thought about it. Like not even it wasn't today, it was recently, but it really impacted me like thinking about that. But I just wanted to do this speech mainly because it's not always thought about because texting is not nearly as bad as drinking and driving. That's what everyone says. But like I said earlier, texting and driving is the leading cause of all wrecks in the United States. Not drinking and driving, not malfunctions in a car, nothing. It is all has to do with texting and driving. So if we can eliminate half of that, how many more people are alive, and how many families aren't affected by it? But that's gonna be my speech, and I appreciate everybody for watching. It was a good year. Thank you.